Public Accounts Committee of National Assembly, both Senate and House of Rep, gathered all of us together to examine fiscal governance and others. Do you think it's worth it?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the leadership of both the House of Representatives and the Senate for putting this together. Everything we say lies on leadership. It's their leadership style that has brought us to where we are, to address the issues eye to eyeball between all the agencies, all the participants, everyone that is feeling something within the system, where there are leakages, where there are overlaps, and where there are challenges. Let's identify them, let's engage it, let's amend the laws, and let's enforce them so that Nigeria can be a better place for all of us. So it's a very successful conference. I'm proud to be a member of the Public Accounts Committee. This has served as an eye-opener, gaining more knowledge and even understanding of how the system works and how we can better the system as Nigeria develops to higher grounds. So I thank God for, you have seen the attendance has been very encouraging, and we pray that next year's one will be more, so that all the things that we would have addressed from this year, we will take stock next year to know how we have succeeded or what has hindered it, and not be blinded by coming elections. We have a role to play for Nigerians who have elected us to ensure that Nigeria works for them, and that is our job.
I wanted to say that a majority of conferences that we always have in the country, by the third day, you hardly see members or participants in the conference. But this looks shocking because the hall is still full to the brim. What will you rate? What will be your rating for the conference?
Well, I would like to say one identity that the 10th Assembly has is the true love for nation, true love for their people. And it's that love that has driven us daily to say, we like to solve the problems of Nigerians. We didn't come here just to sit down and debate and go back and the problems are still there. So in finding the real solutions, no one wants to be absent when the real solution to his problem in the constituency or the problem in the agencies his oversights on is identified, and you are not there to take stock and know what to do the next time you're on an assignment. And so for me, you can see that they had to be cutting some sessions and some burning issues couldn't be thoroughly answered. I would have told you that if this conference continues for 2 weeks, we'll still have the attendance, because these problems are the ones biting us every day when we get home, when we get to our constituencies. So yes, this is day 3, and members are still coming, and those that were invited are still coming because they know we want this problem solved for our country. And it's for love for country, love for our people that is driving us. Yes.
Thank you so much. Your name?
I'm Joshua Audugana, member representing Lavu Mokwa Edati Federal Constituency from Niger State. I serve in the National Assembly as Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Power, and I'm a member of the Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you so much. See you all the time, sir. Today is the 3rd day of our conference, which you've been participating seriously, more than my expectation. So what will be your take home from this conference? Today is the 3rd day.
I think this Senator Abdul Ningi, representing Bauchi Central, Bauchi State, a member of the Senate. I think this is an excellent conference. It has opened a window of opportunity for Nigerians, and especially for the lawmakers, to see whether or not they are doing the needful as lawmakers. And the entire exercise actually is on the ability within the constitution of the lawmakers to be able to do its job. And whether or not the bureaucrats are also here, are actually adhering to the rules, guiding their appointment and guiding their work ethics. So if you say in the hall, if you give a percentage of doing the right thing, we are not scoring more than 40%, all of us, the lawmakers, and these are without reasons. There are reasons all behind our inability to come together and create a path for Nigeria and create this patriotism within us to see Nigeria bigger than us, Nigeria bigger than our states, Nigeria bigger than our region, and Nigeria bigger than our states or our ethnic identities. Most of the problems that has been laid out is not the absence of the law. It's the failure of the implementation of the law. This failure of the implementation of law has so many derivatives. One, the political question, the regional question, the ethnic question. Most ethnic groups see themselves, they love their ethnic group more than Nigeria. And that when you encapsulate all these things, that's why you see us still trying to be on our feet. Otherwise, you hear from the man who came from Botswana and was reminding us that our Audit Act was an Audit Act that came into being in 1956, and not a word, not a sentence has been touched. This is really damning, and it speaks volume about us as a people. Audit Act, as important as audit, since 1956, the law has not been amended. So I can see a drive from the young men to see that things will change, and hopefully things will change. But the bottom line is that it has to come from our heart. It has to come from our mind, the desire to leave a legacy for tomorrow. That is all that is missing in all of us.
So if you are to just give one word to both the chairman of the Senate Public Account Committee and the House of Representatives Public Account Committee, how will you rate them?
I think brilliant. Among committees of the National Assembly, they have been more proactive, and there have been more forthcoming. There have been more making revelations after revelations. And this is the Public Account Committee is one of the most important, if not the most important, in making sure that it tracks revenues and it tracks the implementation. They have very sweeping powers to undo what is happening. But so far they have done so well. But the question is, will their findings be implemented? Will there be a sanction to follow? Most of these things you find out happening is because the absence of sanction. And where even the sanctions are in place, people don't care about it, because they think at the end of the day, whatever they steal, whatever they gain out of their they will also be able to bribe their way into freedom.
Today is the third day, and you've been around listening to what the Committee on Public Accounts, both Senate and House of Rep, are doing. What will you say about this conference?
I think my name is Andy Gabriel. I'm one of I'm the lead compare master of ceremony for this conference. This is second in the series, and you must give it to the committee chairman of House of Representatives and the Senate for being able to put this together. This is long in coming. People have been waiting to be able to get the buy-in of the general public, and especially key critical stakeholders in governance structure, and of course in terms of transparency and accountability. And what they've done today has given us another expo as to what is lacking, the gaps that are obtainable, and how these gaps can be closed. So this is what it has been. If you see the robust participation, auditors general of states, commissioners of finance from states, accountant generals of states, chairman of House of Assembly committees on public accounts, clerks of House of Assemblies, and in fact, at the national level, House of Representatives and Senate, you must give it to them that this will change the narrative going forward.
Do you see?
And so I'm excited, I'm impressed with what they've been able to do. I'm sure the next edition of this conference, because it's an annual event, so to speak, will be a lot more robust. And of course, if the outcomes are taken seriously by those in government, especially the executive, with a communique that will be churned out, and they take it and implement it to the fullest, believe you me, Nigeria will be better for it.
That was what I wanted to ask, that do you think Nigeria will be better for this kind of...
With the commitment and passion that the two chairmen, Senator Ahmed Aliyu Wadada and Representative Bamidele Salam, have shown, honestly, if it is implemented to the letter, Nigeria will be better for it.
Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it.